gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Moving like these. Back to 60, back to 60. Trap 50, trap 50. Flag, flag.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Elliott running right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 16.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Going right side here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. These defenses have become so opportunistic. And no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
The first down carry by Elliott. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see it all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
12, 11, 11, 11. 11 MPs, hey. 11 MPs, God.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow looking for Wright, and he finds him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On one, ready?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
11, 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. They'll give it to Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
19 tight, 19 tight.
2nd and 6. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11 MP,
Mixon with a first down carry. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
11. 12.
Burrow will throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here we go.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
12.
Burrow looking to pass. The quick slant caught. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. but apparently it was. And now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
11 MP paint. 11 MP paint. Stop.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
I'm wondering.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. It's Mixon on the counter. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
11 Thomas.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. O.J. Howard from 19 yards away. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Cowboys 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Cut back in. Cut back in.
2nd and 2. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
19 right.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, stop!
They'll look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Looking to throw on second down. Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mixing up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11, 11.
Now on second and 13. Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here we go, here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11, 11.
Back to throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now Burrow. And incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On one, ready?
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Touchdown! A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
19 Tigers. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 65 Jacks. 65 Jacks. Mustang 19.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
12.
Burrow on play action. And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Complete to right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down.
Here we go.
Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
12.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11 Thomas. 11 empty. 11 empty.
Now it's Burrow. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On 2, ready?
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
11.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1, ready?
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Okay, ready? Trap 50, trap 50. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Inside give to Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go,
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mixon running wide side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses.